Own who you are as a person, because ultimately the whole universe is just staring back at itself. That's God. If I act shitty to you one day, that same day, the same person, you receiving that. See, we're energy at the end of the day. And our interactions with other energies can be scary, it can be exciting, it can be so many things. It's just what will always be. Because we are ourselves. Our actions really just directly reflect who we are as people and what we expect of others. If I'm tripping very hard right now. I could say, I'm sorry. But who am I saying I'm sorry to? Is it to you? Is it to me? Is there really any difference at the end of the day? Everything that happens in our life happens for a reason. We don't always see why, and we don't get in the mesh of things so much. And that's the fun of life, and that's the frustrating and the hard part about life itself too. We're quite literally expanding and bouncing off of what there needs to be every moment of every day, and yet same time, has always been. And I hope you're doing okay in life. Life isn't always fair. It isn't always easy to be lonely, especially for so long. To be afraid of the touch of others, but knowing that you need it the most. I originally entered this trip for myself. Gonna be honest. I'm experiencing love for the first time in my life. But it's something that has always been a part of our world around us. It's just an energy, love. And it can be scary, it can be unbearable. Ultimately, how we treat ourselves is how we treat others. And others are the same. And if we treat others shittily because of our own insecurities, that's really because we've been hurt a lot. However, you can't throw that hurt back at others. You really can't, because you're only hurting yourself. Love yourself and own who you are as a person. Life is going to throw you people every single way you go. It'll even throw yourself at yourself. But we always can do better. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we hold an innate understanding of who we are as beings. So we're both apologetic and not apologetic at the same time. Good and evil are just energies. But what you do unto yourself, you do unto others. I say all the time. But it's something that will continuously need to be said. Because that's just the way existence goes. We're only in this with each other. We are all that we have. This tree, the air between me, who I am as a person, my actions, it's all the same. The mind comes up with the differences, and that's life. We'll always be telling ourselves, I'm better than this person, or this person's shitty, or this person's... But the real thing is, that's ourselves. The whole universe. When we judge others, we judge ourselves. And when we face the nitty-gritty, it isn't always what we like. And a lot of times we don't even see it ourselves. It's the guy with the mirror, but not realizing he's looking in the mirror. That's vanity for you too. And lust, and that's any other energy that we throw out into the world that comes from within, comes right back. I hope that you're doing okay. There'll be days that we just don't feel ourselves. We get caught in the nitty-gritty things. That's okay. You're living life. Live it the way you need to. Own who you are as a person. I'm telling this to myself just as much as I'm telling it to you. Because at the very end of everything is energy. Continuous. Flowing. Good and evil. I hope you're having a really nice day. Now, we may often say positive things to ourselves like that and become so in love with it that it becomes a bad thing, but not in a bad thing, not in a bad way. Let me put it like this. The being that's acting and the being that's being judged and is judging and is judging the judge is the same being, just living life as themselves. Own who you are as a person. We're entering into the world every single step of every single day, not knowing what's out there, but it's a fresh world, man. And sometimes people throw their own bullshit. It's their own energy that they're dealing with. They're hurt. We just don't always see it. But we understand it sometimes too, because we ourselves are hurt. The whole universe is just... it's the guy that's putting the knife into himself. And also to become a better person. He's the one who will continuously challenge itself, commit evil, and always expect others to do better. Even if it doesn't always, the forces that be, see it themselves. I'm going to just keep going on forever because I really don't give a flying fuck. And after that, I'm going to put this right onto YouTube. And I hope that all of you can forgive yourselves and to learn to not judge others. Own who you are as a person, man. A lot of people will throw their own judgments their way. That's just a reflection of their character, and at the same time, it's a reflection of who you are as a person, or as an energy, not even as a person. Energy transcends everything. It is God. It is the love. The love that needs itself the most. And it's the one who's causing its own suffering. It isn't always easy to express how you feel as a person. And a lot of times, actually all the world's problems, the whole universe, I wouldn't even say 99%, it's just miscommunication. Because we all care about something. We all want something. And some people are more selfish than others. And you know what? They're going to be who they are. Their action's going to throw right back at them, whether it's in this life or the next. It's literally like them acting selfishly. If I stole from you, I'm hurting myself as a person. And I'm also hurting you, who you are as a being. You're throwing more negative energy than there really needs to be. I mean, it's always going to be there. The negativity, evil, good and evil, they're really just energies, forces that we use, the universe uses at will. It's really just about owning who you are as a person. You're continuously learning new things every day about yourself. You hold old judgments. Then you become a better person, a better being. Life by life, our actions affect others. If I save... Normally when people hear this kind of stuff, and thank you for listening to my rambling, when they hear about this kind of talk, it's the people that need it the most. But it's also, they think that money has something to do with it. Money's just an object, it really is. Yeah, get you more what you want, but literally you throw out what you get. If I'm lonely and others judge me because of that, ultimately at the end of the day, no money's going to help. Because I have to face who I am as a being. I'm both the person who's scared and the person who's fearless. Now, there's a difference between being fearless and being arrogant. But as the universe continuously tells us, it's ourselves, by the way. We tell ourselves, this is what it is, and this is ourselves, and this is how we can be better. You know, for the past few trips I've had, there was this being who I'd see continuously, Adam. And I was like, oh, who's Adam? And of course, when you're tripping, you're not who you are as a person. You know, you're not even... It's like your whole life is thrown right in front of you. Who you were as a being, where you are right now, and where you're going to be. You're never going to know what you're going to be, but at the same time, you're the one who's guiding. You just don't see it. Look, when it comes to shitty people, either you can throw shittiness back at them, because that's really just what energy does, or you can just spread positivity, because ultimately, we don't always see this, but it's us, ourselves, who we say are shitty at the end of the day. I'm just going to keep saying this as long as I want, because nobody else really hears this. Well, I think everybody needs to hear this constantly. The universe is going to give us consequences for our actions, because it is the masochist and the unknowing wisdom. I hope you're having a nice day. You can demand who you are as a person and own who you are as a being. But know that your actions will have consequences. If you make a mistake now, that's okay. The universe makes mistakes constantly. Every second's a mistake. But life is so good. You make the mistakes and you become better. Or you run away from them, the fear. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we are what faces ourselves. Who we are as beings, that is God. It's about owning all facets of the energy that you are as a person, the good and the evil. Just be conscious of how you throw it back at others. I save up all the money in the world for me, it's like I'm hiding away from myself. I'm taking from others, but in doing so, I take from myself. The universe is both old and new, new and old, all at the same time, every single fucking moment. Continuously mixing and mating and doing as it is. And it's in love with itself. But it's not always a bad thing, you know? And if it is, I don't want to know what's a good thing. I have no idea where I am, but everything's going to work out, because even if I, say, died tomorrow, yeah, others would be hurt too. And I'd be sorry. Let me just... But everything will be okay. At the end of the day, heaven and hell are very real. It's what we as beings expect of ourselves. And it's literally second by second, day by day. I mean, how obvious could it be? We just don't always see it because we're always caught up in the day-to-day minutia. And that's not a bad thing necessarily either. It's just the flow of life. Life will continuously flow. If we're in a police state and people are throwing hurt at each other, I'm sorry. I am Adam. Sorry, I was going on a long ramble. But basically these trips I've been having, I keep seeing this being called Adam. Adam this, Adam that, Adam everything. And I've had trips before where I met God, or became one with, I should say, rather. It becomes obvious to you once you experience it yourself. And I'm not saying that in a pretentious way either. I'm just saying that it's a way of just things that always will be. Always will be. That you're a part of and I'm a part of. I hope you're having a nice day. Everybody will throw their beliefs at each other. But anyways, with Adam, when I first saw him, I was terrified. I had no idea what it was. The evil. He was a being of pure evil. He wanted to hurt me. But it was like a karmic cycle. The more he hurt himself, or he hurt others, he hurt himself. I realized I was the one who was hurting too. Because I've been hurt by others, I throw that back at other people. But in doing so, I just do it to myself again. The pain has to go somewhere. It's just a part of life. It's just what it is. The universe is kickballing with itself the whole damn whole past existence, everything. It's just energy, you know. At the end of the day, we're going to have our ideas, our conceptions about what things are, what things will be. And that's just a part of everything. God is every single possibility, every judgment, and every acceptance. And it is love. The ones who need love the most are ourselves. And when you stare at people and you're afraid of them, it's really because you're staring at yourself and you're afraid of who you are as a presence in this universe. You're a boundless energy. You're going to live your life just the way it is. Good, bad. I'm sorry. We're just energies that are improving themselves continuously. We have our insecurities, we have are not insecurities. Our strengths is really just owning who you are as a person, but understanding that how you throw to others will be thrown back onto you. And sometimes others won't be kind to you. It's shitty, but that's the universe just going through their own kind of poop. You can become a beacon to others. Adam was myself. I was Adam. Once you become a beacon of who you are as a being, both all the good and all the evil, I mean, the evil is there, it's sobering. It's there to sober you as a person, as a presence, as a being. More than just, it's there to teach us. Jesse, you can do better. Because you know you can do better. I've hurt others before, and I will be hurt by others, and I will hurt others until the end of time. Because that's just the universe doing its thing. We just don't see it because we throw our judgments at ourselves. I love you. I hope you love yourself.